Did you know that with your parent or guardian's approval, that at the age of 17, you can join the military? How is it okay for a younger man or woman at this age to risk their lives for our country but not have or purchase an alcoholic beverage? At the age of 18, you are technically a legal adult and can live on your own with no parent or guardian, but you are still not old enough to drink. What kind of logic is that? I have a friend of mine who is also in the Air Force. He joined when he was 18 years old, and after he got through basic training and tech school for his specific job, he was stationed at an Air Force base in England, Lakenheath. And when you're in the military, you abide by the local area's rules. My friend, who is an American citizen who works for the United States, was able to drink due to the fact that England's legal drinking age is 18. This wasn't just out in the local areas, but also on base, he could purchase alcohol and live like a normal 21-year-old from the States. He did his 2 years overseas and came back at the age of 20. Now, he only had a few months until he turned 21. But how is that fair to tell someone, here is that right, and then just take it right away from them and expect them not to find a way to continue living the way they were living where it was legal for them? According to an article by Procon.org, proponents of lowering the minimum drinking age, or MLDA, from 21 argue that it has not stopped teen drinking and has instead pushed underage binge drinking into private and less controlled environments, leading to more health and life-endangering behavior by teens. Prohibiting alcohol from those under 21 only encourages them to want to do it even more. It's kind of like the whole don't push the red button effect. They're always going to push the red button. Lowering the drinking laws could have a lot more benefits than people may think. If laws were dropped to the age of 18 but limited to a certain amount that may be purchased, this could instill a more mature mindset for young adults so that way when they become 21 years old, they are less prone to binge drinking. Now, although some states have raised the tobacco age limit to 21, the majority of states still sell to at least 18 years of age. But this law makes more sense considering the health effects are much more extreme than alcohol. Most people 18 to 21 smoke cigarettes, but do you realize how many harmful chemicals they put in them? Smoking can cause lung cancer, mouth cancer, throat cancer, COPD, increase your chances of having a stroke by 50%, increase risk of brain damage, seizures, tooth decay, bad breath, possible hearing loss, osteoporosis, bronchitis, emphysema, and so much more. The age you are allowed to smoke doesn't make any sense though, because if you are not old enough to make smart decisions at 18, why would you be able to ruin your body with cigarettes and not be able to drink a simple drink? What would you rather do, smoke one cigarette a day or consume one drink a day? The long-term effect of smoking moderately are not even a comparisons to drinking alcohol moderately. Alcohol doesn't have as many downfalls as smoking cigarettes would. And when you turn the age of 18, you are legally allowed to buy a house. When buying a house, there are so many responsibilities that go along with it. You have to pay the mortgage, you got to clean, cook, pay water and electric, pay phone bills, and be able to even furnish it. How do you think people at 18 would feel when they can literally go out and buy a house but not be able to drink? The responsibilities of owning a house greatly outweigh the responsibilities of drinking. Even something as simple as opening a credit card is a huge responsibility. Now, how can you trust an 18-year-old to make smart financial decisions and not ones that could potentially hurt them financially, which could lead to other personal problems, but you won't trust them to have a few drinks or go out to the bar with some friends? Giving young adults these rights, but not the right to drink, can cause anyone want to rebel, which in the end can end up worse for the person or others. Many young adults have fake IDs, and having a fake ID in most states is considered a misdemeanor. And those who break this law may be punished up to 1 year in jail, summary probation, community service, and or monetary fines up to $1,000. By reducing the law, we can prevent good people from having a criminal record just for having a little fun. Now, here's a wild fact for you, and you've probably never heard, but moderate alcohol consumption could have some substantial health benefits. It can lower your risk of cardiovascular disease. The School of Public Health at Harvard University found that moderate amounts of alcohol raises levels of high-density lipoprotein, HDL, or good cholesterol, and higher HDL levels are associated with greater protection against heart disease. It can lengthen your life. A study by the Catholic University of Campobasso reported that drinking less than 4 or 2 drinks per day for men and women respectively could reduce the risk of death by 18%. It can improve your libido. According to the Journal of Sexual Medicine, researchers found that the chances of erectile dysfunction were reduced by 25 to 30% among alcohol drinkers. According to the New York Times, Spanish researchers found that by drinking 8 to 14 glasses of wine per week, red wine in particular, one could see a 60% reduction in the risk of developing a cold. It can even decrease developing amnesia. According to researchers at the University of East Anglia, drinking 2 units of alcohol per day can reduce the risk of gallstones by 1/3. And lastly, it can reduce the possibility of diabetes. Results of a Dutch study show that healthy adults who drink 1 to 2 glasses per day have a decreased chance of developing type 2 diabetes in comparison to those who don't drink at all. Many people argue that the drinking age being 21 is due to the fact that it slows down brain growth and brain development. But research shows that the human brain has not fully developed until the age of 25. But the legal drinking age is 21. At the end of the day, drinking alcohol for most people is just a social activity. It can calm your nerves and can make you a little more open. A way to go out and meet new people and acquire new friends. It can help you learn more about people and who they really are, as well as life experiences. Now, my suggestion, as with anything, would be consume in moderation. But at the end of the day, it's your life, and your life choices fall in your own hands. Be smart and be happy.